Hi, in this video, we're going to learn how to set up your desk using the Bagua map. The Bagua is an ancient Chinese tool, and we're going to figure out how to use that on your desk so that you can have your workstation, your desk be perfectly set up to support you and your work. So what you're doing when I'm saying use the Bagua map is you take the Bagua, which if you know anything about Feng Shui or any sort of Chinese medicine, it's a diagnostic tool used in all sorts of Chinese healing modalities to kind of figure out how the energy flows and what's the best area for certain things. So as if you did Chinese medicine, you would kind of focus on the fame area, which I call the fame and recognition area. They might talk about your eyes. I talk about getting rewards or getting an award or everything else. It's kind of an interesting way that we each use it differently. But I'm going to tell you how to use the Bagua map so you can set up your desk. So when you take that Bagua and kind of make it more of a rectangular shape versus an octagonal shape, you end up putting certain things in different areas. So, you know, the upper left corner becomes a wealth corner, the upper right is a partnership area, and all these different areas of your life are represented in different areas on your desk using this map. So if this is your desk, just focus on the main desktop, not the desktop on your computer, but actually the desktop that you work from. And that's where you're going to start to play with using the Bagua map. So you just literally lay the Bagua map on top with wealth and abundance corner being the upper left corner. And from there, we start to think about where we place items to best support the work we're going to do. So as I said again, upper left corner is wealth and abundance, and this is how you lay it out and focus in on your desk. And in general, when you're looking at this desk, you're going to basically assume the health area and the career area is where your monitor, keyboard are going to be. So these areas are pretty much taken. And depending on how big or small your desk, I understand it's going to bleed over, but let's just assume those areas are going to be focused to the monitor and the keypad or your laptop or whatever that goes in those areas. So we'll start again in the upper left corner, wealth and abundance, and that's where I would recommend putting a plant because you want to encourage growth. I'd also suggest putting in one of the feng shui plants that deal a lot with wealth, such as a jade plant or maybe a money tree. It's a great place to put it. A lot of people put fountains there, and you can, but sometimes your desk is too small or it's too cumbersome to put there. So I often say keep it simple for your desk at least, and put a plant. Now, if you keep moving clockwise, you move over to fame and recognition. The next thing I would suggest is you put your desk lamp there because you want to shine the spotlight on you and all the work you do. So this way you're seen and recognized for the great stuff you do for your clients, your office, your supervisors, the people who work beneath you, people who work with you. It's a great time to really focus and shine on you. Another thing that's great to put here is something that motivates you or inspires you. So something like this list of daily habits for success or some sort of motivational speech or some sort of image that is really inspirational, keep you kind of looking towards the next steps, the next levels, if that's what moves you. Keep going to the right, you see that's your relationship corner. This is not about romantic relationships, this is about work relationships, professional relationships. I would always make sure to keep things in pairs at least. Don't have singular monolithic items here. You don't want to be a hermit, you don't want to be isolated, you don't want to be pulled away and not connected to everybody that you need to be connected to. So keep things in pairs. It's also a great place to put your business cards. Moving down, you go to the area of creativity. So this is where I would suggest putting pens and pencils or any other tools you use to create. I understand if you're an accountant, you might not be doing lots of creation, but you put your pens and pencils there. It will be a symbol of what you use for creativity because when you write, that is part of creativity, even if it's just writing a mathematical formula. And then down towards the bottom right corner, it talks about travel and helpful people. And if you can imagine helpful people, it's all the people you connect with and are your contacts. It's a great place to put your Rolodex. So that way all the people that are in your contacts become helpful people and links to the next best project to connect you to the people you need to connect to do the best things for your business. Now moving across to the left is spirituality and self-cultivation. This is a wonderful place to put books or references or anything else that you might go back to. It could be typical spiritual or it could just be about knowledge. So it could be references, it could be books with laws and things that you have to reference back to. Up from there is the family area. This is a great place to put family photos on your desk if you decide to bring photos into your office. I know a lot of people working from home, so they might not have a lot of family photos at their desk because you're right there with your family in the space. But that's if you do have a place to put it, that's the best place to put pictures of your family. And then next, between the family area and the wealth and abundance area is where I always say you should put your beverage, whether it's a hot beverage or a cold beverage. It's a great place to put a coaster for your beverage because you'll probably be sipping something while you're working. And the idea is having a liquid to water whatever you're doing. And these two areas, wealth and abundance and family, have to deal with the element of wood. So I want you to kind of nourish wood and give it a little bit of water. So put your beverages in that corner. So if you look down, maybe your desk is a little different. So I want to kind of show you in a totally different look and a totally different layout for this desk. So you follow the same simple rules. You lay the Bagua map on top of your desk with wealth and abundance, of course, being in the upper left-hand corner. And you start figuring out where to lay your phone, where to lay your headphones, should be in the creativity area as well, etc. So as you see here, I kind of labeled what I had put where. So the headphones, the notepad, and the pens are over to the right. The books are towards the left. The plant in the upper left-hand corner. The globe or travel trinkets are right there with your Rolodex. So as you remember, as we said before, this is how you start to play with no matter what your desk items are or tools. Excuse me, that's how you start to lay out and set up your desk. Referencing back to the Bagua. And of course, wealth and abundance in the upper left-hand corner. So no matter what or how you personalize your desk, if you put certain things in certain areas, you really are increasing and enhancing the energy to support those things. And if you make sure things are kind of well taken care of and well oiled, you'll always know that things are moving for you. And no matter your style or your taste, whether you like something more simple and clean, something with funky colors, personalize it to your style, but keep those things in mind when you locate your items. Thank you for your time. If you want to learn more, please come to energeticspaces.com, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more little tips as well.